All right. Yeah, so we're just going to move on to the next presentation, which will be hosted by Mikael Persson. I hope that pronunciation is correct. But he'll be speaking on behalf of Good Solutions today. And yeah, as previously mentioned, please submit your questions through Slido, and towards the end, if there's some spare time, we'll get to it. If not, we can definitely answer them at a later stage if time has run out. But I don't want to take up too much of your time, so please take it away, Mikael. I'm going to hand over the controls for you. And yeah, thanks.
Great. Thank you, Mikael. Just to make sure this is running as expected. Yeah, thank you. I will talk some 10-12 minutes about how you can improve productivity with OEE. And I am Mikael Persson, and I am co-founder and CEO of a Swedish software company, Good Solutions. And we're a partner to IFS Ultimo. And in everything we do at Good Solutions, we try to make manufacturing companies and factories more profitable and more sustainable by being more facts and data oriented in their daily operations and maintenance, planning and execution. And we can provide status, losses, and real-time activities to make it easy for the many people in the factories to do the right thing at the right time. And that is what I'm going to dive into a little bit more in detail. But first of all, I want to start with just explaining the OEE model. I guess that OEE is familiar to most of you. And this is one way to visualize it that also, I think, in a good way describes two types of business cases that can be used together with OEE improvement to make internal sales pitch of why this is very relevant for you as a manufacturing company. The two bars here, the black bar and the green bar, and the losses in between, where the black bar represents the planned production time, the time when the light is on in the factory and we have people on the payment bill planned for running machines and equipments and do value-adding activities to customers. And the green bar to the right side, which is the true value-adding time, where we really do something for our customers that they pay us for. And when we follow up with our about 200 customers, we see that in average, and this is just an average, they are using their planned production time to some 50-60%. Rest of that, 40 to 50% in average, is losses. And these losses are the orange blocks here in between. And that is everything from planned downtime, which can be planned maintenance, for example, changeover time, unplanned downtime, for example, machine breakdowns, but it can also be other unplanned things in operation. Speed loss, when you run slower than the calculated pace or the sold pace. Small stoppages and quality losses. This is OEE. One type of business case is when you can reduce keep the same produced amount. So the green bar is the same, but you reduce the black bar to the left. That means that you can still deliver the same amount to your customer, but you consume less resources doing that. So that will be a lower cost and a lower consumption of also energy and CO2 per produced unit. And the next type of business case is when you keep the black bar to the left, but increase the green bar so you can deliver more to a market that is have a higher demand, but you do that with the same number of work shifts and the same number of machine hours, and that also leads to a lower cost, economical cost and environmental cost per produced unit. So this is like the big business case why you should care about OEE in your factory. And Looking at then our product that is called RS Production OEE and how this meets your daily operations. This is a timeline for a pretty typical factory day. We keep control over the work shifts, your production plan, your production orders, your planned maintenance orders, when that should be done, and also when it actually was done. We track the downtime for you and categorize that, track the real throughput or the output, and also the scraps, the quality losses, and calculate this OEE figure to give a bigger picture of where you lose capacity and where you have hidden capacity that you can improve. And applying this or applying this on a daily operation that fits into pulse meetings, for example, mornings meetings, shift handovers, reports for that, clearly visualized. Digital meeting boards is a part of our offer as well, and tasks for improvements and so on. Real-time visualizations on TV screens to make everyone from operation to maintenance aware of the current status. Digital and-on calls and other support calls, also well integrated into a mobile app so that you can get a buzz in your phone when there is someone needing a specialist somewhere. And push notices for other things as well when you're behind the plan, so to say, when you want to react on something. So that is, in very, very short, the feature list for RS Production OEE. And as a parallel to RS Production OEE, there is also RS Production Energy, where we add a few more timelines here, kilowatt hours consumed, how many kilograms of CO2 equivalents you consume, and electricity cost for that. And when combining these two timelines, suddenly you can start to see electricity cost per produced unit or CO2 equivalent usage per produced unit, and start to work with continuous improvements based on these units, and not only based on euros or based on hours and minutes, which is a completely new thing here, actually a very new product from our side. And all this integrated, of course, with your ERP and production planning, with your Ultimo system, and also possibly to share data with some kind of data lake or data warehouse where you can add your own BI system or visualization reports on top of this. Quick examples of how standard reports look like. An OEE report visualizing where the hidden capacity is, and also, of course, what the actual usage is today. Behind this, you can drill down and see on a high category level where you have your hidden capacity, or break it down into reason codes to see both where and why you have time losses in your production. Or maybe you want to follow trends. Let's say that you're running an improvement project, then you're very keen to see the trend, to see the development. The activities you do, are they really improving the losses that you want to get away from? So all these are standard reports that you can set up. I mean, it's not even minutes it takes. You can get them emailed automatically. You can show them on TV screens, as we said, and you can empower your team with facts and have a more fact-based discussion about improvements in your factory. And the RS Production Energy product that I mentioned, a screenshot from that one, where you can see for all your factory or machine by machine energy consumption converted to CO2 consumption, and also actual cost, and this is in Swedish crowns, which is the currency that we use up here in Sweden. So this is one example. And the user interfaces for the operator environment, we really like to create this kind of place where the operator clearly follows where he or she is compared to the plan, and also add their specific knowledge and expertise about reasons for losses, for example, or can fill out a checklist or a form that pops up when quality control or operator's maintenance activity should be done. So it's a two-way thing, often run on touch panels like this, very close to where the production process is and where the machine operator is working. I mentioned the mobile app before, so it's both a tool for following performance in real time, and it's also a tool for getting push notices and escalation messages when you're on red somewhere, and as a manager or as a leader need to react rapidly. There are TV screens, a tool where you design these ones yourself without any code writing. So you can easily set them up, you can easily maintain and adjust them to fit your team's information needs. And all this works in an environment where you already have a decent level of processes and methods and leadership for pulse meetings and improvement work and standardized work. And we can help you to add facts to that. And when adding facts to that, we know that results in good improvements. So what we do is that we connect machines, combine that with domain expertise from users, and integrate to Ultimo and other systems. And out from that comes visual facts and instruction in real time that helps the people working in your existing pulse meetings and improvement works and so on to take better decisions faster. That is the real thing we can provide, facts for people to take better decisions. And easy to connect. We provide it with a standard hardware, or you can use OPC or other open protocols for machine integration up to a cloud service, and then it's a set of user interfaces, just as I showed. One customer example who made a big success with this is French company Bostik, who reduced changeover times with 70% and increased the throughput of the factory with 40% by identifying the main losses, working in a structured way with improvements, and then using data-driven checklists and controls for operators to maintain a good best practice. Really amazing result. And if we take that and look into the two types of business cases I showed in the beginning, and looking at what is happening when you have a cost out case, it means that the profit you had last year, if you can produce more in less time, or maybe instead you can produce the same amount in less time, you will have the same revenue, you will have the same material cost. Your salary cost will be a little bit lower because you can do things in less time, and your machine cost will be a little bit lower as you can do things in less time, resulting in a better profit. In average, you can do about 2% profit on the last row, so to say, in a P&L. And if you look at the case where you can increase capacity, so produce more, sell more, there is a demand for more. Your profit from the last year is here. You can sell more, so you get more income here. You get some more material cost, of course, you need to pay for the material, but you do it on the same salary cost and the same machine cost, resulting in a pretty big impact on the profit. 4 to 6% profit increment have been measured several times at the customers. So as I said, everything we do to make factories more profitable and sustainable by taking more fact-based decisions based on real-time information of status and losses and activities that should be done. If you want to try this, we have a free trial offer. So you can send an email to info@goodsolutions.se with the subject free trial. And you can try anything of this for free. And we provide you with hardware and some services on distance and so on to try this. That's it.
Thank you very much. Yeah, really appreciate the time and effort for this. Unfortunately, time has run up for this session. We do have a few questions that have come through, so we'll definitely ensure that we pass them on over to you. And for the viewers who did send the questions, we can definitely get you an answer at a later stage.
Great.
Thanks a lot, Mikael.
Thank you, Mikael.
Yes, have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.